minutes to get to that level. So while we're looking for soft peaks, I'm going to measure out my sugar and my peanut butter. If I can find my measuring cup. All right. Somewhere. One small measuring cup. Okay, the recipe says 3/4 cups of sugar, but I don't have a 3/4 running measuring cup. What do I do? What? 1/4 3 times. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Right? I'm going to put that in this measuring cup right here. Oh, I'm done my quarter cup. 1 cup, 2 cups, not 3 cups, 3/4. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Peanut butter is going to be a 1/2 cup. You can use creamy, you can use crunchy, you can use cashew butter, almond butter, sunflower seed butter. You can use Nutella for this recipe. I'm using creamy just because I have it. We're so hot right now. All right, we're going to check our egg whites to see how far we've gone. That's the second time today I dropped that. I've actually gone too far with my egg whites.
That's too thick.
It's too thick. But with this recipe, it's better to go too much than not enough. So, I wish I could demonstrate what soft peaks look like. Soft peaks are a lot more liquidy. So anyway, if you ever want to know, there's probably 100 videos on YouTube show you what soft peaks are versus stiff peaks. But I've gone too far, and like I said, with this recipe, it's better to go too far than not far enough. Once I get my soft peaks, I'm going to start adding sugar gradually, 1 teaspoon at a time, while beating to stiff peaks. So I'm going to do that right now. I wish I had something witty to share with you while I do this, but I don't. Or something of interest, or a joke even. I can't even think of a joke right now. So there's 3/4 of a cup of sugar, which is the same as 12 tablespoons. And 12 tablespoons is 36 teaspoons. Please don't talk right now. So I'm doing this 36 times. Usually, by the time you get all your sugar in, you're at stiff peak stage. All right, so see how it forms a peak on my whisk? When I turn it over, it stays pretty much a peak. That's a stiff peak. You guys see this at all? That's a stiff peak. It's not curling over. It's not sinking on itself. And the same inside the bowl. There's a mountain peak there. It's holding its shape. So these are my dirty dishes. I'm going to set these right here. Okay, that's the first difficult step. Now the second difficult step is how I put my peanut butter in. There's always someone every year who thinks, oh, we'll just put the peanut butter in and turn the mixer back on. What does peanut butter contain a lot of that meringue doesn't like? Grease or fat. So as soon as we put it in here, we're going to lose all our air that we spent all that time beating in. So we have to gently, carefully, slowly fold in the peanut butter with a rubber spatula. Now folding is a gentle under and over motion. So we're just going to take what's in the bottom, put it on the top. And we're going to do this until we don't have any big peanut butter clumps. There will be brown and white stripes. That's okay. It's going to be a little bit undermixed, but that's better than overmixed. So, just going to gently fold it in. Till all the peanut butter is not in any big clumps or chunks or whatever. Now, when we cook, I notice there are times when people don't really feel like they have something to do. But instead of just watching your egg whites beat, somebody could get their baking sheet ready. Okay? So all you need to do is grab a baking sheet, get a parchment paper, and either cut off or fold back the part that's sticking out because it'll burn. I like to fold it back because I don't need any extra tools for that. Flip it upside down. Then I'm going to spray it with Pam. And then I'll throw my Pam can on the floor. Anyway, if this were done before or while the meringue was being beat, we'd have been ahead. Now, take a cookie scoop, and we want to have uniform size cookies. Why do we want uniform size? For style? Good guess, but no. Consistency, exactly. If we have some big and some small, the big ones are going to be raw, and the small ones are going to be burnt. There's always somebody that says, can we make one big giant monster cookie? Well, this particular recipe is not conducive to that. But if we were making chocolate